Welcome back everyone to the channel. We are here in ReactJS series and this is session number 5. So in last session, session number 4, we saw how we can create one project application where we can list all the project item using map function within that project item collection. And as well as we saw how we can use the bootstrap CSS to make a better look for our table, and as well as to apply custom icons we can use some modules. And in last session we used this material UI icon module. So in this session we'll be learning about how you can make delete operation as well as how you can make an inline editing for the selected item. So let's jump to the code. So this was the last project JS file we were working on, and in last session we rendered the item collection, and as well as we created two buttons with the handle delete method and the update status method. So now we are going to provide the definition for these functions. Handle delete. So when a person clicks on the selected item, it should delete it. So I'm just scrolling up to my function, and now I'm writing to remove the selected item from that function. So we passed our current selected item as an argument, and now we'll be comparing this passed argument ID with the collection ID to filter out. So let's just type that in. I'll just create a new collection, project items, and I'll use the existing project items, and filter will make use of filter function to filter out the item which we want to remove. So I'm just using array this arrow function, and I'm just comparing the existing ID value not equal to our item.id. So this collection would give us the rest of the item collection other than this ID. So now let's set out the state. So as in session number 2 and 3 we learned how to work with the states. We will set the state using that set state, and set state we'll just pass the project items and assign this new value to it, project items. Alright, so we are getting error. Why? Because this project items did not is undefined. Why? Because we have to use this state dot project items. So now saving it, now we can go to our browser and just try to refresh this one. So if I click on delete, so you just saw that item ID 1 got removed from here. If I just delete this one as well, it removed that item itself. So that's how we can just remove our item from the collection just by using the simple filter function. Now let's go to the update one. So I just scroll down to our check icon. So on this check icon we are calling a method update status. So what we want to do is, if a person is clicking on this checkbox, right click, then the status of this project gets completed. So how to achieve that? We just circle back to our code. So I'll just type the handle status function, and in handle status function again I'll be passing the argument the same way we did for delete. And now as I said, we would be just updating the selected item, so we have to extract out that item out of this project collections and make an update, or in other terms, make a merge. So when I say merge, that means like whatever fields gets changed, it should be merged with that item. So for that, we would be starting with reading out that first item with a condition where item ID equal to the selected item ID. So I'm just typing set state because an entire thing would be updating the property. So we'll be directly writing in set state where we will be using arrow function for having this. So now you can see I have just assigned the state so that I can work or assign the new project collection from the updated project collection. So now I'll be using my project items and will be assigning back this collection based on the merging condition. So I'll just use state dot project items dot map, and in this map I'll just use project item because I'll be extracting out this project item, where in the arrow function I'll just pass on condition where this my current project item dot id equal to my id of the argument, the item which I am catching from argument. So if that condition matches, then I should return the merged or the updated item. So what I need to do is I need to use the spread operator. So what that spread operator does, like it adds up this new item or the item to the collection, and it basically actually merges as well. So if something gets changed, then it will merge back the things with the initial or original collection. So that's how I'm merging or updating my status field as completed, because if a person clicks on that right checkbox, then project status should get completed. And in the else condition, I'll be just simply returning my project item, because if nothing matches up, then it should return back. Alright, so now we are good with it. So we'll just save it and just try doing the operation. I'm just refreshing and I'm just clicking on the first item. So I clicked on it, but nothing happened. Why? It's giving some error. So let's have a look on it. So because my this definition was different, the name was different from the call name, so that's why it was giving error. I'm just saving it again and then just running it. So let me run it back. So I'm clicking on checkbox, right click on this first item, so it marked that as completed. Second one, it marked that as completed too. So this is how we can just set the status back for the selected item. So we just did the delete operation, we just did the update status or the update item operation over here, and to make a new entry in the next session, we'll be creating one new component altogether, where which would be having a couple of fields, and that component would be embedded in this project JS. And when a person is creating the item, then that item would get added to this current item collection. So that's sort of operation we are going to see in our next session. Just wait for my next session. Thank you.